All right, so we got the doors pulled apart, got everything out of them. Just hooked the wiring up in the car and did a dry run on everything. All the windows work. Um, don't have a lock switch for the power lock actuators, so we'll have to source some of those. But for now, we can just use the key or from the inside lock and unlock it. So that's not that big a deal until we can source a new one. One thing that we did find though is the rear passenger quarter window. The motor, you could hear the motor engage, but the window wouldn't go up and down. So what we did was took the window motor apart, because the actual gear that runs the cog that spins the window crank up and down, it was not working. So we had to go through and figure out what was causing this to seize up. And what we found was there was a bunch of gunk in this worm gear. We thought maybe the gears in this plastic piece here had stripped out and just gummed everything up so that it wouldn't run. So we popped that out, took a look at it. Everything looked fine. The gears are all good in that plastic cog. So all we're doing is just cleaning up all the debris that was in there. Something definitely flew apart. Don't know what it is yet.
I did.
What? Oh. Okay, so we just found the culprit. Inside here is where this is supposed to live, but when you put it in there, look at how much room you have. Now it does still lock, so it might still engage.
Not when it gets put under that motor. What it does, roll that window up and then it'll chew it up.
Well, we'll have to give her a shot. One thing we can do though is put some epoxy or something in there just to try to hold it until we can source another one. Because it does have enough tension on it that I can't make it slip by hand. So maybe with a little bit of epoxy in there, it'll take up the slack or take up the void that is here right now. Can you guys pick up? Let me know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? So there's slack in it. Hopefully we can put some epoxy in there and basically make our own mold so that it's stout enough to keep it engaged. So that's what we're going to do. Alright guys, so our remedy for this, we went ahead and tried to just put it all back together, and whenever we hooked it up, there was too much up and down slop for that gear to spin. So we're going to use a washer inside here. Now the center diameter is the perfect center diameter for this sleeve at the bottom. So it fits in there perfectly. Can I have that gear really quick? Which will push this gear, since it's got a flat bottom, up higher to get rid of our up and down slop. Right here, we had too much up and down slop. So with the extra thickness underneath this gear and the force of the plate will keep everything held down tight, that it should work. So we're gonna get this thing back together and give it a shot. Alright guys, so here's the trial run. Just got a battery sitting here for the boat. We want to see this gear spin whenever we hook this up. If it spins, James, grab a hold of it, see how much force is behind it, see if it's just going to slip with just a little bit of pressure. Let's see if it turns first. Alright, grab it. Oh yeah, you can't even. Okay, cool. So that works. All we did was put a washer behind that gear to take the up and down slop out of it. Oh, you're falling. Where are you going? You get back here. You guys aren't allowed to fall over, okay? I don't carry that kind of insurance in DJ's garage, so don't be trying to get dead in here. All right. So with that being said, where'd you go? I was talking to you. Come back here. So with all that being said, it does work. We're gonna hook it back up, and it's dark outside, so I'm not gonna take you out there. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's afraid of the dark, so we'll just have to look at it in the morning, because it's it's 1:45 in the morning, so we're trying to be quiet. Don't want to upset the neighbors, because I like my neighbors. They're really good people.
He wants a cop.
That doesn't bother me. Not just any cop. He's the chief of police. But with that being said, great people though. Great people. Back on the car. So, all the windows work. The top is manual right now because all of the hydraulic or air lines, not really sure what it is yet. We were more concerned with getting the windows working so that we can roll them up and down as needed, and getting the doors back together just to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to work. Granted, we can't test the door locks because we don't have the switches. That is one thing that did not come with the car, were the door lock switches. Well, can't say that and be completely honest. We don't know if they're there or not yet. Haven't made it that far. But everything's coming together. Everything's working the way it should so far. Minus that window motor that we had to tear apart and put together so that it would work. But we're going to get this motor in, get the window working, get it rolling up and down, and probably put some of this stuff together or go to bed, one or the other. Don't know yet. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Guys, so we got the windows working. So this is the motor that we had to rebuild. Rolling the window up like a champ. Does great. Window needs clean though. Alright, here's the driver's side. That thing's on steroids. I think something's loose in it, but we'll work on it some more here probably tomorrow. It's getting pretty late. I'm getting tired. But moving along, we still never put anything in the door. We just tested. Here, let me grab you guys a light. So there was one of the wiring harnesses we had, which was the first one we tried, and we had no power to anything. So then we started wondering whether or not the window motors were bad, but it's kind of hard for all the window motors to be bad at the same time. Like that's a little far-fetched, a little odd. So then I grabbed my voltage meter there, and we started doing some voltage tests on all of our connectors. And with that harness, we weren't getting any power anywhere. So we grabbed the other harness, plugged it in, started checking all the connections everywhere, and we were getting power everywhere we were supposed to get power. So, with that being said, none of these are plugged in. So, anyway, so we got all of our wiring harnesses wired up. Made sure everything worked with that. Then we did a resistance test on the motors themselves, and they were fine. So we plugged them in, and they took right off. So that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, anyway, I'm sorry, a little loopy. It's late, tired. So we'll pick back up on it tomorrow. You guys have a great night. And these are the rear, I don't really know what you would call them, quarter inner panel, where the speakers go, and I'm assuming the rear window switch goes in there somewhere as well. Not 100% sure. We'll work on it. We'll get it all lined out. But these were the old doors. They're very rusty. And as you can see by the new doors, no rust at all. Very, very good looking doors. Very good looking doors. So there's the other door. This one actually has a bunch of holes and stuff in it everywhere. It's in really bad shape down there. So that's where we are with those. But thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Punch that notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you next time.